So welcome for the people who are in the recording. I just put it on a little bit late. But what did you do for 20? Start a new judgment fitness group for women. Oh, that's great, Scott. Yes. No judgment. That's really important. And so Chantel accompanied, did my NLP hypno with myself. Thank you. And voted the top 10 business strategists in 2021. So Chantel was into marketing. So that's brilliant. Kylie spent time just listening and being with someone that was in need. That is so important. That's something we quite often forget to do, is just stopping and being. I will share with you one of the things I want to do next year, this year, and is that there's a rest home down the road and there's so many lonely people in there, and I'd like to go down once every fortnight and just go and say hello to and really connect with a particular, maybe one or two people and become buddies with them. I thought that'd be lovely. There's so many lonely elderly people out there. Cheryl, learn how to live in the present. Yes. That's sort of a daily challenge, it can be. And Justin, Daddy Dancer. Well, I'd love to see your moves. And volunteering for our local island dance school and supporting 300 kids. Wow, that's great. The dads did a lot of work to help run the concert, as well as providing some silly dads entertainment for the community. That is fantastic. And you know what really stood out there was the silly dads, and actually have those times. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Yeah, have those silly times, you know, giving back, but also being silly, and get that youth light back into yourself. When you've got children, it's a lot easier to act the clown. Sean, I'm proud to say I created and printed my first magazine for women, volunteered my time in communities. Yes, Sean's got an amazing, so you just Google Sean Matthews and the name, Sean, just pop it up on there. What it is, Revive, I'm trying to remember. Sorry. And volunteering time in community. So I do Rotary, and I go every Monday to Rotary, and we do a lot of volunteer things with Rotary. It's just fantastic to give back in the local community. It does make my heart sing when we do amazing things. Okay, so I went through this. So this was all the good things that happened in 2021. So you wrote down a few things, of us a few more ideas: wins, gratitudes, decisions you made to move forward. What were the decisions in 2021 you made to move forward? And just put down between 1 and 10, how much further forward did you go with the decisions you made? Was it business, career? Was it exercise? So you could put business, career, and exercise. Was it the daily routine? So you've got the Mind Tricks 5 key steps, and a lot of you do some of them or all of them throughout the day, but they are a daily routine that I still stick to. I've probably been doing them for over 10 years now, and they make my day. And when I don't do them for a little while, let's say I might have a week where I'm getting a bit sloppy, I notice my clarity isn't there. So what is it with the daily routine that you have stuck to for 2021? Between 1 and 10, how well did you do with sticking to it? Welcome, Therese from New Zealand, and Jan from the Sunshine Coast. Welcome. Did you gain some more confidence in 2021? Hobbies, what did you do hobby-wise? Hobbies gets forgotten in this busy world. Are you going to give yourself permission to do hobbies this year? If it is, what is it? Do you remember what your hobby ever was? Remember, a hobby can take half an hour, or half a day, or a day, but just remember to include them. So what hobbies did you do last year? Relationship, did you spend time on your relationship? Between 1 and 10, 10's like you nailed it. You really spent good quality time in your relationship. Or 5, well, could have done a bit more, but I made a bit of an effort, sort of thing. Time off. So for people who are working or are studying or doing something consistently. It doesn't have to be paid work, right? So working is just doing things, like your day is busy. I don't think there's no such thing as retirement. It just means that you're not getting paid, isn't it? So did you take time off from whatever you do is on a regular basis? And between 1 and 10, write down how much time off did you take. So if you're a 7, 8, 9, 10, you've done quite well with your time off. It means you're being very, very aware of it. Now that's planning holidays. And so right now, today, one of the things we'll be planning is your time off. That is really time where you're just going to chill out, blank. There's nothing that you have to do. There's no super extra planning. It's just you time doing something different, going to a different place. We've got Cheryl here. She's been traveling for 7 years, so she's done that very well. And have you got a coach signed up for 2020? Did you get a coach signed up for 2021? Was that one of your goals? Is it something you did? Is it something that would be useful to you? It's useful to everyone, just quietly. It's the best thing I ever did. So what about commitments to finishing or starting a new training, career, book, let's say surfing, learning something new? Did you do any in 2021? Write down what you did. And you can flip over and say, the next thing is it's going to be, what are you going to do for 2022, right? So that was what you did in 2021. Did you get a new certificate last year? Did you save more money? Did you set up more bank accounts? Did you set up automatic payments? Have you got that going really smoothly? And reflect to recall the good things in the future. So all these things, you've done parts of them every week, the Mind Tricks journal. And what is it? Once a month. Is there something once a month last year that you did that you were really proud that you did? Is there something once a month that you do on a regular basis? For a start, it should be planning, just quietly, we tip there. Planning would be a great thing to be doing. So once a month. So, and it should be the last day of the month as opposed to the first day. And this actual blueprint is really, really good to do at the end of December as well. Okay, Nick got here, pivoted into mortgage business, joined a new exciting network group, which is BX, being open to further learning, reconnecting with important people in my life. Is that me? Just being more open. Hope so. Okay. Now, what's important for me right now? So what is important for you right now, right here, right now? What's important for you to plan for 2022? What's at the top of your list? Without overthinking, just go boom. This is important to me. And remember, there's no right or wrong. What is important for you right now in 2022? What is the most important area of your life that you want to focus on? Remember, there's no right and wrong. What is the most important area of your life you want to focus on? I do give a big tip, and I get this channeled to me all the time. It's life-work balance. So it's finding out you and your life. What is it that is important to you in your life? We get caught up in what society has said about working and working hard and earning more money, and you just got to push to do it. And so my training on a coaching is all on an energetic basis. So if you sit in energy and allow it to flow, and you have your values aligned, amazing things will happen. Mindset, empathy, understanding for others, is that important to you? Is it something that you've thought about on a daily basis? Do you give yourself empathy? Do you need to sacrifice something to get your career, relationship, health, business, success in order to stay healthy and balanced? what is it that you do have to sacrifice if it is? So it could be just reducing how much you're, like some people do loads and loads of exercise and they're trying to fit in their business, they're trying to fit in their family, they're trying to fit in everything. And maybe you just pull it back on a little bit of exercise there. Maybe you spend so much time doing reading. You love reading, it's great, but you know, you just need to sort of pull it back by 15 minutes, half an hour to actually get that balance through the day, so you actually fit the exercise in. There's be little things. Do you check emails far too often? Have you got a time in a day that you can actually remember to just, these are emails time, this is phone call time? Reduce your phone calls. Make sure that you're specific to the point when you're making those phone calls, as opposed to long wish-washy conversations and going to big long stories. Less social activities. Networking is something that we do a lot of in business, and sometimes do far too much networking. You know so many people out there already, and it's nice for the social, but just do you have to pull back on some networking and focus on what you want to actually make the changes in your life? More you time to connect with you, less drinking, more fitness, less YouTube movies, and write a book. Who wants to write a book? That would be amazing. And plan each day. Everyone's got a story in them. So yes, writing a book. And anyone, welcome Najla. Great to see you.
You too, thank you.
And writing a book, you know, if you've ever thought about writing a book, start by just writing it even in your notes on a Word document. I started writing my first book on my iPad. Every time I was flying back to care for my mum in New Zealand, I would start writing, and it just channels through you. Remember, don't think too hard about these things at this stage. Just allow it to flow. Less meetings and more strategic coaching. Do I believe I am have a happy relationship, spiritual, financial balance, life fit? So do I have a happy relationship, spiritual, financial balance, life fit? If not, what is the area? Pick one of these areas, or you may have another area that you'd like to focus on for 2022. And a lot of these areas that you pick, and is it even possible to have more time to do this? But believing it is one thing, and we're going to do some future pacing today as well, which will be exciting. So when your values are not aligned, it's not possible to actually reach your goals, the things you really want to do. They'll become a block, and it'll become really hard, and you've got to push. So when I do work with people, if you tell me your values, I can tell you straight away the story of what's happening in your life, where the relationship's a bit bumpy, your finances, you're not getting the clients, you're not working, family issues are affecting you, difficulties just come up all the time. You feel heavy, you come up, but you feel down again. And I can read the story just through your values. So values are important, and they're important to assess all the time. Oh, there you go, I bet myself to it. So what do you need to reduce in your life to create the balance, bliss, and productivity? You know what? The truth is, sometimes there's not a lot to reduce. It's just about to align. And basically, these are these stones, and it shows you that when your values aren't aligned, it will tip. And sometimes you can work really hard to actually get it back up, and then the weight will come, and it just gets too hard, and you can't keep up with the weight. You can't keep up with anything you want to do, and it just feels like your clients coming through, or your finances, or things like house. Things go wrong with the house, things go wrong with your car, and it's actually all energetically based, and it's because your values aren't aligned. So values are based on energy. Our beliefs are based on energy, and if we've got major negative emotions like anger, sadness, fear, limited belief, self-worth, hurt, trust, any of those things that aren't clear for us, and we actually find, oh, I don't trust anyone, and we've got these things that we say, our values will be out of whack. If we have all those things aligned, and we have been brought up in certain ways, our values will be out of whack. If you got it, so it's about really sitting in your values and finding out what they are, and it's really about getting a coach to help you align your values. It's very exciting. So what do you want to change in 2022? So I want, you can take a photo of this if you like. So I want you to write, let me move this out of the way for you. There you go. I want you to write all of those things down. And the most important thing is to really the what, the why, when do you want to do it, but how are you going to do it? So I get a lot of people saying to me, oh, yes, I want to have holidays, but I haven't got time. I can't. I'm going, well, if you believe you can't, you can't. If you believe you can, you can. But the thing is, if your values aren't aligned, it's really hard to believe you can. And even if you say, okay, well, I'll try. So if I said to you to try and pick up this pencil, you either do or you don't. Okay, so try to remove the word try in your vocabulary. So holidays off. So the beginning of the year right now, plan all your time off for your holidays. That'll create your clarity. Fun. Now I've put that at the top because my value is fun. Okay, health, so important, relationships. And this is pretty much, without even knowing, I've actually aligned these with my values. So if these aren't in alignment with you, that's absolutely fine. Your values are different to mine, and that's okay. But just go through them all. And emotions, spending time to find out what's catching you out. Do you get frustrated? Have you got the technique, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you? Do you know how to future pace when you get stuck? Do you know how to find out how to unlock the door to your emotions? Do you have those techniques? Do you need some help? Do you need some guidance? Spiritual, just connecting with the knowing of allowing to just be, knowing that you're the best version of yourself here today. Not only that, but everyone out in the planet, no matter what, is the best version they can be. We've all had interesting backgrounds, upbringings, and it's about pulling back on the judgment. Now it's human to judge, okay? It's like going, oh God, why have they done that? But then going, okay, they've done it for them. I will never know, will never understand. So just be at peace with allowing other people just to be them, that they are doing the best version of themselves. So Therese put sacrificing income to employ a staff member in order to create better balance in work. So that's fantastic. I'm glad you listened to the coaching, Therese. Love hearing things like that. So that's fantastic, and that's something to always look at, because once you employ, you go backwards to go forwards quite often. Well, often that's if you're getting your business coaching aligned. Okay, 80-20 rule. So what are we doing? What is the most important goal you want to achieve? Okay, so you've got your list all here on all the goals, the what, the why, when, and how. And you won't have time to do them all right now because time will go very fast, but you would have started it. And that's the whole idea, is to start it and keep filling it out. I'm just going to give you a couple more minutes to do that. And then I want you to put down what is the most important goal for you this year. What is it you want to achieve? Is it your health? Is it your relationship? Is it your business? Is it your finance? Is it getting someone to make sure that you'll be accountable? Is it a new training so you're going to get more knowledge? Is it someone to help you with marketing? Is it wondering, what are you going to do now? I don't know what I want to do with my life right now. Limited beliefs, removing those. Is it trying to find out what is my next step? And to actually open the doors and remove the block. Sometimes it can feel like there's a mountain there and you just kind of climb over it. Get the support and the help. And when you're setting the goals to win, that, yes, do wins that are easy. Okay, put some easy wins there. You want some really wonderful, huge dreams and goals that you want to put out there, making them, just think something, what is something really, really big you're thinking, oh, I don't think I could possibly ever do it. Write it down. But also put some goals and wins that you want there that are relatively easy to achieve. Okay, so it could be that you're just going to set up a date night, that you've just slipped away with not doing that. It could be that I am going to go for a walk once a week because you've given up on all exercise. Instead of doing 3-4 times a week that you should be doing, just start with one. So start setting some easy goals. And your business, are you going to take a day off once a fortnight, once a week? That's massive for some people to do. So give yourself half a day off once a fortnight or once a month and feel what it feels like. Give yourself a break. What is it you want to give yourself a break from? Okay. So the thing is here is that fears, procrastination, doubts from the past and limiting beliefs, and many of you coaching through have been coaching with me will know that they are the things that are blocking you. And procrastination is so incredible. And when you do, so procrastination, one of the ones I do is the parts integration. And when you bring these parts together, they've got conflict and you're procrastinating, I will, but I won't, I will, but I won't. They will make your life a dream and you'll find that you'll just keep sliding. There'll be a lot more things that are in conflict and procrastination in your life than you actually realize. So really just as you go through things and things you want to do, you've got your goals here. You'll know the ones here that you've tried year after year to do that haven't worked. Get a coach, get some help and just let's nail it. Okay, so you know the ones that you've been struggling on. It'll be all to do with these things I've just mentioned: fear, procrastination, doubts. It can be anger, sadness. Now, anger doesn't mean you're angry either. Why people fail with achieving their goals? They're on the wrong way. They're the reasons. What's going on? What's going to come up to get in the way? Okay, so going back to the list you've done, you'll know last year you didn't achieve some things. And you say, oh, I've done this every year and it doesn't happen. So what's going to get in the way? Again, you know what it's going to be. Get some coaching, get some help and get it nailed, get it out of the way. I've got so many techniques over 20 odd years experience that it'll definitely help. Values, get them aligned. If you don't have coaching support, not being surrounded by the right people, unrealistic expectations of yourself or of staff. A lot of people get very upset with staff, but sometimes be unrealistic and really connect with people around you. So I'm saying staff. So if you don't have staff working for you, unrealistic expectations of family, of friends, of just anybody or anything, but also of yourself. So just be kind to yourself. Learn how to say no. And then on the other hand, learn when to say yes. So some people are no people all the time. They say no before they think. But learn how to say yes at the right times, but learn how to say no to some of your amazing ideas. No to offering all the time for people for help. So you'll know your own personality and just really see this little picture over here to the right. Life's a roller coaster. Some of us ride it and we're just doing for others and we're giving, giving, giving. Some of us just say no straight away and then feel sort of bad about saying no. We just don't do it. And we should, but oh, we're so busy. We can't. No, we're so busy. So work out what it is for you where you can actually stop saying no and say yes. Or if you're a yes person, stop saying yes all the time and just say, not this time. And you can do it with empathy. So really connect with that. My time here for you guys. Now, if you've got any questions as we go along, pop them in the chat. Okay, so goal setting. Now, I've got a lot of you on my website. So there's the Mind Tricks journal, and that's a 30-day journal, and that's a challenge. So I've got the 30-day challenge coming up. I'm going to be sending links out to everyone, and it's on my app as well. So we're getting it up on the app. And the 30-day challenge is to do the 5 key steps. So on your daily goals here, it'll be the 5 key steps. And I'm going to be putting a couple of other little things in there as well. And it's about all getting into rhythm with yourself and connecting spiritually. So I want you right now is just to have a look at my hand and take a big breath in. And I want you just to close your eyes, follow my hand, and let your eyelids just relax and close. I want you to take a big breath in, hold, and then just breathe out slowly as you allow your eyelids to become more and more relaxed. And relax your shoulders. That's right. And allow the corners of your eyes to relax and your jaw to relax. And I want you to think of your goals for the future. And as you see daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, 3 to 5, it's a lot in front of you. But I just want you to think of your goals as something fun, something that you're just going to enjoy doing. These goals are going to make your life relaxed and calm, and they're going to bring you joy. And so bring joy into your heart space now by putting a hand on your heart and a hand on your abdominals. And breathe in the joy that you're going to feel with the goal setting for 2022. That on this form you saw before your eyes closed, it's just going to have wonderful goals set up that are going to bring you joy. They're going to be realistic and the SMART goals, but just feel the joy that all these goals for 2022 are going to bring you. And when they bring you this joy, they're going to bring you balance and harmony. And when you feel balance and harmony in your life, everybody around you is going to feel it as well. They're going to feel an energy. And whether it's work or play or holidays or anything you're doing in your life, they're going to pick up that energy, and these goals are going to happen easily and effortlessly. Breathing it in and breathing it out. Good. And the goals are way up to 5 years. And that all, whatever you put there, is going to all flow in harmony from today through to the week, through to the monthly goals, to the yearly goals. And it's all going to happen easily and effortlessly, because these goals are going to bring you joy and harmony. Breathing in the joy again into your heart space, your heart chakra, into your abdominals, the solar plex chakra. Breathing it in and breathing it out. Breathing in and breathing out. And just slowly bringing your hands down and opening your eyes. And get excited about the goal sheet in front of you. Again, feel free to take a photo, but you will all find this. I've got an e-journal if you haven't got a hard copy. Otherwise, pop on the website and get a hard copy ordered. And if you get coaching sessions, I will email one out to you. The e-copy there has all the goals on it as well. But anyway, just start writing down 2 of each of these goals now for your daily. If you've got time to write down more, go ahead. And just feel when you're writing the goals down, this joy and harmony in your heart spaces and your chakras. And if you can write down time, date, action, and benefit, that is just, it's a story. And the story, the reason to set goals is how they're going to make you feel. So just connect with how they're going to make you feel. And if there's anything specific, again, that you'd like to share with a particular goal. And knowing, again, if there's some goals that you've struggled to do in the past, write them down now, but this time with a feeling of harmony and joy, happiness and flow. Keep connecting with the feeling connected of how good it's going to feel to achieve these goals. You might want to put some big challenging goals there too, but when you connect it to the joy and when you could connect it to harmony, and even you could put a bit of fun in there with them. You can connect it to that and allow yourself to connect. Watch what happens energetically. The energy flow. Okay, so I think you all know the SMART goals have been make it realistic and measurable, achievable, make sure it's the right time, get specific of what you want. And when you've got several of those done, so let's put your hand up if you've got at least 2 in each category done. And then we're going to do some future facing. Thank you. So keep writing down more of them. Stay focused on your goals, because if you don't do it now, you probably never do it. You get distracted. Okay. Okay, so if you've got all those goals down, I'm going to give you another minute just to write down, try and get 2 goals in each of them. Timely, the date, the action, the benefit, And on the second line, how you feel when you achieve that goal, because the feeling of achieving the goal in your heart space, in your chakra, connecting with that is the one that's going to help you energetically to get to where you want to go. And then we're going to future pace the goals. So really connect and watch the energy flow in and around you. So future pacing is one of the most important things for achieving goals. We have a lot of crossroads that we get caught up along the way. And so what I want you to do now is pick a goal that you would like to future pace. Just one goal for now. We're going to do a couple of them. But I want you to pick one of your goals that you really want to focus on right now. And I want you again just to close your eyes with that goal. Pop your pen down. Take a big breath in. And exhale as you slowly close your eyes. And allow yourself just to relax. And I want you to think of that goal. And I want you to feel the feeling of what it feels like when you've achieved that goal. What does it feel like? Get that feeling. And if you've ever had that feeling before, go back to that feeling and really heighten that feeling up. What do you see when you've achieved that goal? What do you hear when you've achieved that goal? And go back to the feeling. So see what it looks like. What do you see? What do you feel? And is there some noises? Is there something you hear? I want you to look through your eyes and see yourself in the image. I want you to make the image life size. And I want you now to really pump up that feeling. Really pump it. Pretend it's happened. Just really feel that feeling that you feel. And I want you to really make the image bright or soft, depending on what the image is. But make it really, really clear. Get really specific with the details and really feel the feeling. Now I want you to step out of the picture. Take that picture up above your timeline, still seeing yourself in it. And I want you to use your active imagination to see a timeline that's way out into the future in front of you. And I want you to float that picture out and put it in the time when you want to achieve that goal. Is it 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year? Float out and drop that picture into your timeline when you've achieved it. Turn around and look at the now. And float back to the now, seeing everything in that timeline happening just seamlessly, just perfectly, energetically, with that feeling of it's all achieved. Float back to the now. Float down into the room. And feel how good it feels. Now stay in that space again, because I want you to pick another goal now. And I actually want you to pick a goal that's a little bit further out if it's not one of your bigger goals. Let's say it's 6 months or a year. I want you to float. I want you to see what it looks like. Create an image of what it looks like when you've achieved that goal. What is that goal? What does it look like? Create that picture. See yourself in the picture. What do you see? What do you hear? And feel that feeling. Really feel the feeling of what it feels like to achieve that goal. Make the picture bigger and brighter. Increase the feeling. Step out of the picture. Take it up above your timeline. Float it all the way out into that imaginary timeline to when you've achieved that goal. Drop it into your timeline. Turn around and look at the now, floating all the way back to the now, seeing how that goal got achieved easily and effortlessly. Everything went into place. It just felt wonderful. And float all the way back to the now. And float into the room. And we're going to do one more when you're back in the room. So pick one more goal. One more goal you want to achieve. What is it? Maybe have a look at your sheet if you need to. And I want you to feel again, see a picture of you in achieving this goal. Look through your own eyes. Make the picture life-size, lifelike. Increase the color. Feel the feeling of what it feels like to have achieved it. Really feel the feeling. Feel it in the heart space. Feel it in your abdominals. Feel it in your body. Step out of the picture. Take the picture up above your timeline. Float all the way out to when you've achieved that goal. And drop it into your timeline. Turn around, look at the now. And float all the way back to the now. Seeing every event from then to the now happening easily and effortlessly. With that satisfied feeling, that calming, happy feeling of it being achieved. Float back to the now. You're back at the now, come into the room. Very good. Okay, and slowly open your eyes. And as you see the screen now, I know it takes a little while to sink back into the zone here, but you'll see two people here sitting at desks and one looking away from the train tracks. And when we set our goals, we tend to go into a drifting land. We just go, oh yeah, that's what we'd like to do. And we forget to look further down and future pace them. So there's the road, there's your future. And when you do this imaginary timeline, it is so powerful when you connect with the feeling. So when you get yourself again another day just going, oh, I really want to do this, and you're just, thinking, oh, that'd be really great. Just remember, drop into the future pacing so that you can future pace it. And you'll see the lady on the left with the train tracks, that when you just go, oh, yes, I want that goal, I'm really going to think about it, you'll see the train tracks and they weave in and out. So that's what our thoughts do. So our thoughts don't stay focused. We get lost, and we can actually quite often be down the wrong train track and going the wrong way because we haven't future paced and really believed it can happen and really feel it in our heart space, getting to that next level of connection. Okay, so what is your next step? Get a coach if you haven't got one. If you need an update, just remember sometimes changes. Support each other. Get in a group of like-minded people like this and start supporting each other. Get into the right networking groups. And just remember, there can be times where you can't celebrate wins with certain people. Allow yourself to future pace a goal that you're going to get into groups where you can share your successes. Any of them have. Some people have got the small poppy syndrome, tall poppy syndrome. That's the one. And so just make sure that you are surrounded by those kind of people that you can really share your wins with them. Now, be focused. The ball's on there. If you're focused and you future pace and you remove your limiting beliefs, procrastinations, your fear, your self-doubt, your trust, your hurt, anything that's blocking it on the way, and those words might not resonate with all of you, but deep down we all have them. That we're like a snake skin. I quite like this analogy, is that the snake skins keep peeling off. They put another layer and it comes off, and that's the same with your coaching and letting go of all these limited beliefs and emotions that we have. But if you're the blue ball and you are really working at the optimum level with all this clarity, spiritually connecting health-wise, and you are connecting with other people, that's just going to swing backwards and forwards, and life is going to go beautifully. But if you're not swinging and you haven't got that balance, they're going to go bang, 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 bang into each other. It's like the rhythm and the energy just completely gets out of whack. So just be focused and clear about what's going on in your heart space. Get out of the conscious mind, get into the unconscious and the intuition that comes from above. So down the bottom here, break the habit of being ourselves, because the past is what's going to hold us back. It doesn't define our future, as we know. Okay, so I've got a yearly planner coming out. It's come out a little bit late. It's going to be out in February. However, it's a fantastic one because it's 22, 23, 24, and 25. And it has the full planner of all this through the year. So the middle part of it, and the planner part, the size of it is smaller than an A5 and bigger than A4 and A5, between A4 and A5. And it's a spiral bound. And it's got things in it like plan a fun weekend for yourself, do something different. What would have you done with your what would you say to your teenage self? Tips for the day. It's got little wee quotes all the way through the planner. And you can also plan up to 2025. So in the middle planner with all the pages, so 2 pages is 1 week, they have the days, but they don't have the dates. So you can use them, and we can actually future plan for extra years. So that's coming out, and that will be on the Jane Rushton Live app. And that's got those pages that I showed you before as well for the great planning, and you can plan and set goals for each month, and remembering to future pace. Oh. For you of you that don't know, that I've got my live web app. Some of you have got it. You're on here. It's $5.95 a week, and it has amazing things on it. So the starter steps, which is my daily routine to this day. It's got 2 courses on it, which are amazing. They're 1 hour a week, and you just start with one and you get drip fed it. I've got my Mind Tricks ebook, 30 Days Transformational e-journal. It's got my web recordings, guided meditation, self-hypnosis recordings, and special offers and discounts for my certified training that I'm doing through the year. So that's good. Oh, you can just take a picture of that and go straight to the app if you would like to get an app today. Click onto that. It's the web app, but you download it to your home screen and it works out as a regular app. And what's up next? So future placing your goals. I probably should have put this in the beginning for you guys. So the 1-day revive is on the Friday, the 18th of February, and that's 97, and that's going to be live and online. That's a deep dive revive. We're going to be going in and unlocking some doors for you there. And then the next event is the 3-day certified hypnosis training, which is amazing. I think a couple of you here have already done the training. That's only it's actually $8.88. Looks like the numbers are wrong there. And the next one that looks like a Christmas tree on the right is all our neurons in our brain that gets all skewed from time to time. And there's a lot of blockages there. So the 6 to 7 day NLP training will help clear those blockages. It's fantastic for business and coaching training. And later in the year, I've got the Masters Trainer practitioner training as well. So there's a lot of things on this year. It's actually every month. I've got other things. I thought I'd leave it for this today. So right now, I would love you all to unmute and share with me what was your biggest takeaway from today.
I love the hypnosis kind of approach to doing goal setting, like embedding the emotions with the goals. That was fantastic. Thank you, Jane. Loved it.
That's great. Yes, thanks. That's my favorite too, actually. Who else? Kylie?
Yeah, I think just the, you know, just the getting everything organized in the brain, shall we say, you know, trying to get some organization. That's where I'm looking at there. So yeah.
I like that, organization in the brain.
Yep.
Perfect. Perfect. Cheryl.
Well, we've just achieved a long-term goal by sailing the Pacific and getting back home sailing across the Tasman Sea and back down to Wellington with some pretty rough coastal sea conditions. Not that we had them, but they've been the fear of my 7 years away that we have to come back. And it's been really interesting because I know I need to set goals, but I'm actually really enjoying, when I said before about the present, I really am enjoying being in the present, not having to worry about coastal sailing or blue water sailing across oceans. And it's just amazing just being, and that's it, just being, you know, and enjoying people, but just enjoying what is around me rather than looking for anything. It's not quite the goal setting, but it's what's happening to me at the moment.
You know, it is perfect. That is perfect goal setting. Just to be. Just to be.
Yeah.
And we should all have that as our goal setting as well. To have times where we can just be. Not wanting.
And one of my goals is I don't want to be a busy person. I want to be, don't get me wrong, I want to be busy, but I don't want to be a person that says they're busy or feels busy. I want to take a step back from that and not be that person.
So that's another goal that you're going for.
Well, there you go. I do have these goals then.
You have the goals. Yeah. You know what you don't want and you know what you do want. There's your goal. So future post those goals and get really clear that you want to still, what I hear is you want to not be busy, but you still want to do some things, but not in a busy way you've done all your life.
So not be too busy for other people. You know, like someone says, oh, I'd love to do that, but I'm too busy. If someone says, do you want to do something? I say, yes, please. Yeah.
Okay, so that was, remember I said you're either a no person or a yes person, so you want to become a yes person and do what any opportunity comes up, another goal. Yeah. Wonderful. Thanks for sharing, Scott. Well, Bron, you're unmuted.
I just think the whole reminder to, like we're saying, to just stop for a moment and plan or assess or be grateful, because we so just go like wolves at a gate with our lives, and unless we stop and do these things, you are just asking for more of the same. So I'm loving the reminder just to reset and just make some fun plans and goals and put some things in place to really look forward to and to excite you and motivate you for the year ahead, rather than just continuing on the same old journey. So I'm excited.
Brilliant. Yeah, and Therese, your head's nodding away.
Yeah, it was great. I loved the recap on the good things for 21. That was nice to see, and also a little bit eye-opening to realise that I never made any time for a holiday or for hobbies for a whole year, so might do that this year.
Yeah. Hope your future post it, then there's a higher chance. Yeah. Funny. And another Kiwi, knows the Kiwi accent. 2 Kiwis on board. And Jan, lovely to see you.
Yeah, thank you. I just feel just being on here is just such a reminder of such a lot of nice as to what you want to have in your life and what your day is, and being committed to doing what makes your heart sing, and as your heart sing, to share that with others. So thank you, Jane. Thank you.
Oh, you're wonderful. That's wonderful. Thank you very much, Jan. And Sean, do you want to quickly say? So you've got to go.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll quickly say,
Yeah.
and the future pacing was amazing, Jane. Absolutely love that. I haven't done that for a while. And for the next 6 months, I've actually put into my subconscious what I'm going to be doing. So I need to get to work now. So
Yeah.
thank you for that. I was right into it.
Yeah, great. Fantastic. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.
Okay, see
Thank
you,
you.
Sean. Vanessa?
Oh, me?
You're the only Vanessa.
Yeah. Future Peace was a really great reminder. I'm a very spontaneous person, and I love to methodically plan way out in advance, every single detail. So the point of power being in the present is very big for me this time, especially for 2022, and being led with the Holy Spirit. So trusting those feelings, as you say, yeah. Jane?
Oh, that's brilliant. And Scott, thanks for sharing.
I think just like I'm really a physical person, so I think just like having a table and writing down my goals and what I want to achieve for the rest of the year, I think that really helps me just put it into something physical that I can see and follow from there.
Yeah, no, that's brilliant. Thank you. And Najla? Oh, can't hear you. You're still muted.
Okay. They said every year people put resolution, and 60% of those people, they doesn't commit to that result, and 30% of those people, they commit for 6 months. So with the future pace and goal setting and daily routine, daily goal and monthly, and you keep you going to achieve your goal and see it real. Thank you so much, Jane, for your webinar. It was very good.
You're welcome. Lovely to see you. Thanks for sharing. And Nick, you're the last.
I think it was really cool for me to really look back on the wins for 2021, for just to celebrate the wins, just to have a look back and just see, you know, what was the massive achievements, and that helps the goal setting for what 2022 looks like. You know, if one of my mentors years ago said, if you do the same last year that you do this year, you'll always be 20% behind. So extrapolating and growing on those goals is always something as well. So just writing those goals down and getting clear on what they look like, which are bigger achievement opportunities for 2022. So and it's always great just to resurface those thoughts and then re-embed them.
Yeah, that's great.
And plan, and I don't know, plan a ski trip into New Zealand sometime in July or August, and maybe take some people that live in Christchurch along that may want to come along as well. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Yeah.
What do you think, Therese?
Okay.
Funny. And thanks for sharing. And Chantal had to pop away. My fave was the reminder to take the time to do and cement what you want. And Deb had to shoot away. Thanks very much, Jane. Got a dash. Love the reflection on 2021 and more clarity around the goals. Nice to see your smiley face. Oh, that's nice. Enjoy the States. Oh, lovely. So thanks everyone very much for coming. As you see, the next event is the 1-day deep dive revive, and that is online and live. So I'd love to see you all there, and just to dig a bit deeper and to get even more clarity along the way. And yeah, it's going to be a great 2022 from California, Napa Valley. Yeah. No, it's going to be really good. Okay, so I'm going to sign off. We can have a chat at the end, but